Hello everyone, this is the Knitting Studio in Style. In this lesson, we will learn to bind off stitches of knitted fabric using two methods. I have cast on 15 stitches and knitted several rows in stockinette stitch using grandmother's method. How do we do all this? We have already learned in previous lessons. I will leave links below the video. Now, let's bind off our fabric using the most common and easiest method. It is suitable for almost any pattern in any case. I have knitted using grandmother's stitches, so I will also bind off using the grandmother's method, that is, through the back loop. What do we do? Hold the fabric in the left hand, free needle in the right. Now insert the free needle from right to left into the first two stitches. Knit the stitch through the back loop, together, those two stitches. We remove these two stitches from the left needle, and we have one stitch left on the right needle. Return this stitch to the left needle. Then knit the first two stitches on the left needle together through the back loop again. Return this stitch to the left needle. So everything is very simple here. We take and simply knit two stitches using the grandmother's method. That is, we knit through the back loop. A stitch formed on the right needle, and we return this stitch to the left needle. Then knit the first two stitches through the back loop again. Remove these stitches from the left needle, and return the formed stitch to the left needle. We continue to knit to the end of the row this way. The last two stitches are also knitted together. We remove them from the left needle. That's it, we have one stitch left on the right needle. To prevent the seam from unraveling, we knit one air stitch. That is, we pull our yarn from the formed stitch into the last stitch on the needle. We pull the yarn and cut it. In my case, I took a small piece of yarn. So I will pull it out like this and tighten the yarn. When closing in this way, the edge becomes tight and does not stretch. It is not elastic. Here is the front side in the form of a braid. This was the first method, the simplest, the most common, the second method. I have knit fabric in stockinette stitch using grandmother's stitches. Now we slip the first edge stitch onto the right needle. We knit the second stitch as per the pattern. For me, it is a knit stitch. Then we insert the left needle into the first stitch on the edge. Moving from left to right. We pick up this stitch and lift it over the knitted one. Like this, one stitch is now on the right needle. We do not return it, instead, we leave it on the right needle. We knit the next stitch as per the pattern. For me, it is also a knit stitch. Again, we lift the first stitch. That is, we insert the needle from left to right, and lift the stitch over the knitted second. We knit the next stitch again. We insert the left needle into the first stitch, and lift it over the second one that has been knitted. We knit the next stitch again. We insert the left needle into the first stitch on the edge. We pick it up and lift it over the second knitted. This is how the stitches are closed. I will knit the last stitch as a purl. That is, we will knit according to the pattern. I have two stitches left on the right needle. we also lift them. That is, we lift the first stitch over the second. I have one stitch left on the needle. And I make a sort of slip knot. I grab the thread and insert it into the loop to secure the loop and prevent the row from unraveling. We tighten it like this. We pull it out and cut the thread. Here is the row that has resulted. It is more elastic than the one from the first method, also in the shape of a bone. That is all. If the lesson was helpful, please give likes, subscribe, and see you later, my dear ones, in the next classes.